What's going on, nation? Today I want to share with you guys 2 tricks to help you instantly increase your box jump. Now, if you've never done a box jump before, or you're a little shaky on your form, check this video out first over here. It's going to teach you proper form when doing a box jump. If you want to see my current PR, you can check that out over here because it's 52 inches, and I was pretty proud of being able to do that. And I utilized the 2 tricks I'm going to share with you guys today in order to be able to jump this high and break my old PR, which was 51 inches. And 1 inch might not seem like a lot to you guys, but once these plates start stacking up higher and higher, an inch might seem like a mile. So the first thing you need to do, especially when trying to break a PR, and obviously this applies to both trying to break a PR to jump higher or just jump high in general, is you need to first build confidence. Confidence is everything when it comes to a box jump. Also, you need to make sure you have good proprioception, which is basically your ability to know where you're landing without looking. When you perform box jumps and you start jumping higher and higher, you can't be looking down expecting to get your body as high in the air as possible. Whenever you do a box jump, you're relying on both your own strength to push off the ground, but also a little bit of momentum by throwing your arms in the air. And if you're throwing your arms in the air and looking down, it is going to affect how high you actually jump. So first, we're going to build confidence by breaking down that barrier between visually seeing how high the box is and physically knowing how high it is. And the way you do that is actually very simple. And it might seem silly to you guys, but once you try it, it's going to really help you out. And all you're going to do is climb on top of the box. So just climb on top and see what it feels like to stand up here and see how high you actually are. Then I also want you guys to practice your landing, which is going to be like this. And sit here in this landing and visually see how high you are and get a physical sense of how high you are. Because as you start to climb up and down a few times, this box isn't going to seem as high as it was the first time you threw the plate on top and looked at it. Because for me personally, as I start to box jump, as the plates get higher and higher, closer to my chest and neck, I get intimidated. So what I like to do is I climb on top, and that helps me break down that barrier. So then when I go to attempt to jump, I'm able to jump right on top, no problem. So confidence is key, and to break down that barrier, just climb on top of the box. Now the second thing I want to show you guys is all about the jump itself. Every inch you can get is crucial to your ability to stick that landing. And I noticed with a lot of beginners, because the box is so low when you're first starting out, something like how you jump and land, as opposed to where your knees placement is going to be, might not matter that much. And I'll show you what I mean. A lot of beginners will jump in the air and land like this, with their arms forward like you're supposed to, but their knees are into their chest. And what ends up happening is, as you jump higher and higher like this, obviously you're trying to get your legs as high as possible. So if you jump really high and you land on your knees, it's going to push you backwards, and it's going to throw off your center of gravity. What you want to do is jump in the air and land with your arms inside of your legs, like this. And by landing this way, I have better center of gravity, and I'm actually able to get my feet a lot higher off the ground. And I can show you guys that just by standing here and doing this, and then doing this. There's a clear difference. I'll do it over here one more time so you guys can see. So I'm going to jump in the air this way, or I'm going to jump in the air this way. Okay? It's a good 2 or 3 inches difference in my ability to get my legs higher in the air. And also, when you start jumping really high, you might not always land in the middle of the plates. You might start landing close to the edge like this. And so if you can't get that center of gravity from moving forward, you're going to fall backwards and you can hurt yourself. And we don't want that to happen. So as you start to get better at box jumps, just make sure when you're jumping that you're landing like this. Now if you want a program to help you jump higher in general, I'm going to give you the program that I like to do. I actually include box jumps in a lot of my circuits, and if I'm trying to work specifically on increasing my max, the circuit that I like to do is I'll incorporate a box jump into my weekly circuit, so 2 or 3 times a week. And then for the first week, what I'll do is I'll jump as high as I can for sets of 15 repetitions. I usually do like 3 or 4 rounds of that. So for me, this is high enough where I can do a set of 15, about 45 inches, and that'll be week 1, I'll be working with this. On week 2, I'll actually probably cut this in half or bring it down to about here, and I'll start doing box jumps with a weighted vest on. And usually I use about 25 to 30 pounds in the weighted vest. Obviously having an extra 25 or 30 pounds on me, I'm not gonna be able to jump as high as this, but it's gonna attack the box jump in a different way and build strength, the strength that I need to be able to jump higher. And if you don't have access to a weighted vest, you can use something like a backpack or wrist weights, but I wouldn't recommend using ankle weights. It's never good to have weight around your ankles when you jump because it can cause some separation in your knee, and you really don't wanna go there. And obviously if you're gonna have a backpack on, you're changing that center of gravity. So some people I've seen actually put a little bit of weight in a backpack on their back and a little bit of weight in a backpack on their front to kind of even it out. But obviously the best thing you can do is get a weighted vest because that's how they're made. Weights in the front and weights in the back. Now I'll do that on week 2. And then on week 3, what I like to do is I'll actually increase the height from week 1, maybe like 2, 3, 4 inches max. Then I'll try to do 3 or 4 rounds of 5 jumps in a row only. Because at 5 jumps, I'm still building that strength I need to jump higher so I can then attempt to do my 1 rep max again and hopefully break 52 inches. I would like to be at 53, 54 soon, but it's process and we'll get there. So I hope you guys enjoyed my 2 tricks to help you instantly jump higher. And if they help you, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, more good stuff coming soon. See ya.